Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me here. As you know, I'm traveling. Unfortunately, I cannot be there. But in the next couple of slides, I will continue with the approach that we're having today in the evaluation of the communication plan of the company Avianca. And in this part of the presentation, I will talk a little bit about the communication tools. As you have seen in the previous slide, Avianca does not have all the appropriate or the typical appropriate channel for communication and at all different organizational levels. So if you analyze the fact that Avianca have different type of employee with different mindsets, you have the pilots, you have the captains of the flights, you have the stewardess, the flight attendants, then you have a landing operation people, then you have a customer relationship people, the people that do the check-in. There are different, I would say, target of communication, and so far we have seen that there is a lack of serious plan, and the idea of our proposal is to aim for the communication tools that are aimed to be effective and arrive the final message to this employee and also with the customers, of course. We have identified five communication tools that need to be in the plan. The first one is the use of the corporate email. Okay, the corporate email is one of the fastest and massive way of communication. The organization assure that all the information is flowing in a very formal way, but in a very effective way. For example, can be all the programming for each auxiliary, for each flight attendant, for the pilots, for the scale, the monthly scale, if they had program training, if they had any extraordinary meetings. Everything can be communicated through the corporate email. Secondly, Avianca have developed a magazine called Aliados Magazine, and the magazine is the idea is to have a friendly communication, a totally different, not as formal as the email, but it's an interface not only between employees, but also between the customers. The idea behind this is to improve the corporate culture. The corporate culture not inside only, but outside the company. And the topics that you usually find in the Aliados magazine is related to the employee of the month, birthday tracker, indicators of how the company grows, new product launches, new routes, new projects, press releases, technology acquisition, and any other important message. And with this Avianca magazine, I think that is a friendly way to get into the customer as well into the employee. Third, we have the corporate web page. As you know, the web page is a massive way of distributing information all around. In this case, it's www.avianca.com, and in that way, you can not only communicate internally as an intranet, but externally with the customers, that they can have an interactive platform to check, to do reservation, do the web check-in, check the status of the flight, and also manage any loyalty program that is now included in the Avianca programming. Also, and finally, you can have in one single place, which is a web page, in a corporate way, in a very I would say friendly way and user friendly way, to have a massive communication in all the policies, information product that a company has. In the fourth category, we have the Avianca blog. It's more I would say an informal way that the internal people can give feedback. Also, external people can give feedback if they have access to the blog. But it's a more, more day-to-day activity, more fast, and anything that happened with the flight, any, comments about any service that they have, they can use the Avianca blog. And the blog is, is a very effective way of communication, a very fast way. Last but not least are the LCD screen. This is a proposal that this screen will be located in the rooms where the stewardess and the flight attendants and the pilots are waiting to be on board the plane. This can have information, very interactive information about flight status, how is the status of the inbound flight, outbound flights. They can have breaking news about the countries that the flight attendants and the pilots are going there. And this I would say that it's a very active way of communicating, very visual way. Sometimes the stewardess and the pilots are always running around and they don't have a way to rapid and fast can see what's going on around the job that they are performing. I think that these five pillars of the communication plan is what we are proposing, and I think there will be a good way for Avianca to establish a good communication plan. Next slide, please.